Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. This is some thoughts on the escalation of violence by Russia against the people of Ukraine. I say the people of Ukraine because Putin is mad at the U.S. and mad at the UN, so he's taking it out on the country of Ukraine. Uh, and he's doing what I believed he would do at this point. He's mad, and now he has escalated. He started bombing civilian. Now he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care about how much civilian deaths take place. That 40-mile long convoy of vehicles is still approaching Kiev, and we need to reflect on what's going to happen, because this kind of devastation to civilians has not happened since Bosnia. When it was so bad that the United States, had to use our air power to stop it. And then I didn't watch it, but apparently last night or doing some interview, President Biden said there's no way he's going to do a no-fly zone, which would be against Russian assets, which would put the U.S. in direct military conflict with Russia. Unless we want to see a humanitarian, just major destruction of people in Ukraine, someone is now going to have to militarily stop Russia. Well, I don't know. We need to go back in history and think about Russia's use of violence against anyone they want to do that with. Now, they lost Afghanistan, okay, but this isn't Afghanistan. This is a major metropolitan area, flat country, all that stuff. And I think about, engaging targets, because, back in the day, I had the responsibility of putting warheads on foreheads. That's what I did for a couple of years, and I was really good at it. And I think about this very long convoy, and I have to ask, where? They're like all in a row. Please give. I had targets like that. There was one three-day battle, and the end result is we just captured and destroyed 92 Soviet trucks, 92 of them. It was wonderful, and they were loaded with AKs and rockets and stuff. But it took 3 days to do, and it was in the jungle. This case, they're out there in the open. What would it take? What would it take just to stop the convoy from coming? They're 20 miles out. I don't know what kind of ordinance the Ukrainians have. But I think at this point, all bets are off, unless we want to see destruction of a level that is, in my opinion, is intolerable. Especially since the guy is mad at us. He's mad at the United States. He's mad at NATO. He's mad at the UN now. And so what does he do? He says, well, I'm just gonna invade this country. Yeah. How do we allow that? And if it means that we have to risk nukes flying, we need to, because to allow that to continue means that he can do it. He or anyone else can do that at will. I think we're headed we're headed for a global conflict anyway. My rule is bad news early is good. If it's going to happen, let's get it done, deal with the consequences, and move on. And if the consequences mean that we just, eliminated our planet, well, they make movies about that, right? I'm being a little facetious. I, I don't know. I don't know at this point. I'm not party to those things, but I can see, I know what dead people look like. I know what a lot of dead people look like. I know what the military tactics look like. This is now going to devolve into urban warfare. And go back a little bit to this little place called Chechnya, when I think it was Boris Yeltsin was president of Russia, and the Chechens wanted to break away and create their own country. Putin was the head of the force that went in and just devastated the Chechens. He did to them what he's about to do with the Ukraine. And then the world forgets about it. Well, what happens now? Well, some of the worst terrorists in the world are Chechens. Think about that. Anyway, kind of rambling thoughts this morning. I think coffee helps. If you have any thoughts, as always, just put them down below, and we'll chit chat together about what's going to happen next, because I don't think it's going to be good to watch. If you enjoy this channel, you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified when I'm going to put something out there. And as always, thanks for watching, and carry on.